a farmer, right? Now, let's look at potatoes. When we plant for potatoes and we want potatoes, when they grow, we don't go there and start singing that, yay, our potatoes have grown, yes, they've matured. We don't do that. We might celebrate, but we still need to cut them off, sell them so they can fulfill the purpose. And the purpose is that people are going to eat them, right? So transformation has to be in alignment with the purpose. What is the purpose for your own transformation? Because it becomes useless when you want to transform, yet there's no reason for that. So we need a specific transformation. Let's look at Usain Bolt. Let's look at Usain Bolt. And I think it's a great study for business. Now, the first time he went for Olympics, the guy was number five. Basically, in athletics, we call number five a loser, right? So the guy was a loser. He was a loser. The first Olympics. And many people didn't even know him back then. But when we went back home, there's a documentary of him where you see that he started to change his diet, started to work out even more, started to train harder, started to do things differently, change of routine so that he can be transformed because he had a purpose. And his purpose was, I need to break the records. I need to be the best in 100 meter, in 200 meter, right? And because of that purpose that he had, right, he was ignited and motivated to do what is necessary on daily basis. That's why he was able to work so hard. Waking up in the morning and doing what he was doing is not easy. But he had it done. He got it done. And he got it done because his transformation, he needed to transform because his transformation was going to fulfill a purpose. And that purpose was to be the best runner, to break records. So my question is, what is your purpose? What is the purpose of your own transformation? Why do you want it so bad? What is it going to do for the community? When you have transformed, what is it that you are going to add? What value are you going to add in the society? Are you that important that people will come and say, I want to buy this thing. I want to buy this thing from you. You see, that's why transformation is so crucial. It goes with purpose and it goes with consistent progress. Those are the two important things that I need you to remember. If you want to see transformation in your business, in your life, in your finances, there got to be consistent progress. Consistent progress, daily small outcomes that proves that you are moving. And on top of that, your transformation must be connected or must be in alignment with a purpose. There must be a reason why this transformation is so important for you. Because I'm telling you, once you have that purpose, that reason why you need to transform to get to this point, I'm telling you, you're gonna be motivated so strong. Let me give you just one example. I remember I was speaking to one guy from the villages who's also running a tech business, a very great tech business. And this man was telling me that I need to triple my profits. And I kept on asking him, why do you need to triple your profits now? Why is it such an important thing? And he said to me, I need to triple my profits because I need to give about 70% of what I'm going to make in the tripled profits to the community. There's a project happening in the community and it's going to help young people. So I want to invest in that project. But in order for me to be able to invest in that project, I need to triple my profits. So meaning I need to transform to get to this level so that I can get this value, this amount of money to invest. So because there was a purpose that was aligned with his transformation, why he needed to transform. It didn't take so much. The guy tripled his stuff in 3 months. He worked harder, he got sales teams, he did everything in his power to triple because his transformation was driven by the purpose. What is your business purpose? Why do you have to transform so much? What kind of value is your transformation going to add in the world? Is it really necessary? Because I can tell you some people it's not necessary for them to transform, right? And I'll tell you why. Some people will transform them only to become the enemy to the people. That's why we have corrupt leaders. That's why we have criminals. is because every person is using their transformation differently. Why do you want to transform so bad? What is it? If you can get that purpose and align it to your transformation, I promise you, you will have a strong mindset to push every single day because you know what you are doing and you know where you're going. So why do you have to be transformed? Now, to be able to fulfill your purpose in business, in family, in every area of your life, to be able to fulfill your purpose and to be able to progress every single day, you need performance. You need performance. So progress and purpose require performance, right? So we are speaking about peace. I don't know, I wasn't planning this, but I see progress and purpose require performance. So if you want to be someone that can progress in life, you need to perform. If you need to fulfill your purpose in business, you must perform. And the question is, now, what determines the level of your performance? Is it your motivation? Is it your profit? What is it? Your profits, your goals? What motivates your performance? And I'll tell you this: performance is simply a reflection of your mind. How you perform at work, how you perform in your business, is simply a reflection of your mind. And this is the approach I want to take as I'm going into mental wellness and how it relates with business transformation. Now, you can have the best goals in your heart. You can be determined to say, I'm going to progress every single day. You can be determined to say, I have a purpose to fulfill. But if you don't have the right mind, your performance will always be bad. You will sabotage yourself. You will sabotage yourself. Your performance will not be at the level in which you want it to be because your mindset is not there, because your mind is not there. It's not there. And this is a great example that I want to give you. Um, have you ever just in the morning woke up and tried to take a jog and run and maybe run a little bit faster for longer? Your body can only do it to a certain level, especially when you are someone who's not used to marathons and you are not used to waking up and running in the morning. If it's not your thing, if you try to wake up in the morning and run, you run, but not for that long. Your body will eventually say, hey, bro, I'm not used to this. I'm tired. Right? And you will hear your chest burning because this is not what you do. You're not used to doing this. But when you are used to it, it's a different story. But let's say you're not used to it. So you wake up in the morning, put on your gym clothes, and you're saying, I'm going to run. And you start running fast. And even if you can determine in your head to say, I'm going to run the next 2 kilometers very fast at a high pace, and I'm going to get there. I'm telling you, you're not even going to get to 200 meters. You're not going to get there because the body is not fit enough. That's simple. Yes, you are determined, but the body is not fit enough. And unfortunately, it happens a lot to many people that they are determined to achieve certain goals, but their brain, their mind is not fit enough because they've never even invested in their brains. They don't even wake up in the morning to take time and say, I'm going to invest in empowering my brain. So I'm going to sit down, focus on the information that empowers my brain. People don't do that. People don't invest in their brains, but they think, they believe because they're determined is enough. Your brain must be fit enough for the purpose that you're trying to achieve, for the intended outcome. Your brain has to be fit enough. Or any obstacle that comes your way will blow you apart because your brain is not fit enough. Now, when we speak of mental wellness, what we're speaking about, we're speaking of a brain that literally gives you a healthy life. You make good decisions, you have good emotions, you have a good perspective about life and about different things. So your brain basically is fit enough to get you to your purpose. Your brain is fit enough to ensure that your performance is going to be great. Have you been investing in your mind? The matters of mental health are so deep and are so long that we can't really go into all the details tonight. But I want to tell you this. Your brain can either be your best friend or it can be your greatest enemy. Especially when you are an entrepreneur, you need your brain to be your friend. You don't need it to be an enemy. Why do you think other people are smart? They will read books, yeah, but it's like naturally there's somewhere somehow they have wisdom. They are smart. They know how to figure things out. Why do you think they can do that? It's because you think they have more capacity than you? Could be, but I'll tell you, it's because these people have invested in their brains. They take care of their brain. No matter what you do, if you don't work out, you will never run with someone that works out. So if you don't build your mental capacity, you will never be able to compete with other competitors in business that take care of their mind. Take care of your brain. Make sure that you empower it, right? And I'm going to give you simple steps to do it, probably 2 or 3. Then we'll be good. How do we transform the brain? How do we invest in our brains? How do we ensure that we develop healthy brains? Number one is expose your brain to new information. Feed your brain good information and do it consistently So make it your priority to say, I'm gonna wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock, whatever time you choose. And I'm just gonna 30 minutes or 1 hour focus on empowering my brain. As much as people can wake up in the morning, put in their gym clothes and go to gym, go work out, go run. Guess what? The brain is an organ that works like a muscle. It develops like a muscle. You have to invest in it consistently for you to start seeing the results. So expose your brain to new information. Don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to be wrong. It's okay. Your brain needs new information. Be around people that see things differently from you. Stop being around people that see things the way you see things. I mean, what's the point? Right? You need to be around people that look at things from a different angle. You need to expose your brain to new information that empowers you. Number two, how do you develop your brain? You need to always expose your brain to new experiences. You must try different things. You must take risks. You must do different things. It's important for your brain. If you are someone that usually, let's say you live on campus or you live just next to your work building, when you wake up and you take the same road every single day, same way, you walk the same way, you buy the same coffee, your routine is the same. Nah, you're not challenging your mind to grow. Nope, you're not. So you need new experiences. Do things differently sometimes. Yeah, that's how your brain is going to grow. Create an environment that gives you a positive experience. Very, very important. You need to work on. I know many people say, I need people that are positive around me so that I can also be positive. That's a good way to go about it. But I want to say you need to also be a person that can initiate positive energy when you get to negative environments. Because in this world, unfortunately, not every environment will be positive. So for you to have good experiences in life, in business, you need to be someone that can initiate positivity in any environment, right? And this means you are able to be flexible and do different things, new experiences, new experiences. And the last point that I want to share with you is develop culture, have a new culture. If you are used to doing things in a certain way and they don't work out, develop a new way. So culture is simply how we do things. And I want to say this, don't be afraid to change how you do things now and then, time and again. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, life is so broad, you can change. When you look at Many successful entrepreneurs, majority of them did so many things before they actually got to that one thing that was extremely, extremely successful. You don't have to do many things, but don't be afraid to do different things. Don't be afraid to change your culture. Don't be afraid to expose your mind to new information. Don't be locked up in your own environment, in your own understanding, in your own perspective, because the world is so broad, so big that it needs other people to come in and help you see it. Right? Don't be the one to say, I got this, I know it. No, 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 no. Be open minded. Be open minded. And you'll be amazed what you will learn. And when it comes to mental health is not something that you achieve, but it's something that you live by. You live with this every single day. So I will say, pursue it, but pursue to live in mental wellness. Don't pursue to achieve it and say, I'm done. Nah, you can't be done. You constantly have to improve your mind every single day so that you can live mentally well. So, with that being said, I hope you will remember the first part of transformation and you will remember the mental health. But all in all, what I'm saying to you is that your mental health plays 100% role in your performance as an individual. You cannot perform well, you cannot fulfill your duties well if your mind is broken apart. So I'm saying invest in your mind so that your performance can increase. Your performance can get better because your performance is determined by your mental capacity. And as I close, my question to you is from the measurement of, let's say, 10, your mental capacity, where are you? Are you 5? Are you 4? Are you 2? Are you 1? Where are you? Because even your mental capacity will determine whether you're going to be a great businesswoman or a great businessman. So invest in this thing. It's crucial. Invest in this thing and make sure you focus on consistent progress. If you want transformation, you focus on consistent progress. And the other part is you make sure that your transformation is connected to a purpose. Transformation has to be connected to a purpose. So I hope my presentation has helped you. Thank you very much. Coach, come in, sir.
Wow, thank you very much, my belated brother. Thank you much. You say your brain can be your greatest friend or your worst enemy. Oh, my brother. I wish we could just allow you to take the whole night for us. Thank you very much for a detailed and a point-oriented presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been so very, very quiet on the chat room. Anyone with any question for Coach Nero, please just raise your hand so then we can be able to give you an opportunity to ask a question. Ask a question to Coach Nero. I can see that on our Facebook social media platform. We have Leisurely Putwa Local TV. Thank you very much, Mr. Fezile, to joining us. Thank you very much. One important question, Coach Nero, from me to you. A lot of people they struggle with letting go. You know, we all wait for the song to come to an end and the Titanic to fall in the sea before we can think of moving. You know, because of sometimes we take long time before we let go of certain commitments that we have committed to. Maybe is it the reason that we have never really been exposed to material of decommitting from a previous commitment or what? But how do I decommit from a commitment that I had made before? Because it's the same as in a relationship. It's easy to fall in love and be in a relationship with someone. But even if the triggers are there, it becomes very difficult to let go and just say, let me go. Even in business, we start these businesses, but triggers are there that it's not working. But for the sake that we are not decommitting it foreign to our eyes and our ears, how do we deal with such?
Okay, Sam. The biggest problem is that people are attached to the organization and not the vision. They are attached to the organization and not really the vision. And when you look at different entrepreneurs that have succeeded, even Elon Musk, he always had a certain vision that he wanted to achieve. And he really tried achieving this vision through different organizations. And some organizations and ideas he had on those organizations failed, right? They failed. And he couldn't achieve that with those organizations. So he had to let go. So I would say to you, make sure that you are not attached to an organization. Make sure that you are attached rather to the value, right? You need what value? If you say you are doing business right now, what value does that business add to you? Let's take it to a relationship. Let's say you have a relationship. Is this relationship good for you? Is it adding value in your life? Or is all about attacks, taking away from you, destroying you? You know, if it is destroying you and you can't let go, it's because you are not really attached to the value, but you are attached rather to the person, not really the value they add, right? And I always say the best way or the way in which I believe it's okay to get attached to a person or to something is when it's truly adding value to you. It has to. Listen, the world is not going to play with you. I don't want to lie. People, imagine how many entrepreneurs have wonderful products, but people don't buy from them. People don't want to buy from them. Why do you think is the case? Because people will never compromise. People will only buy products that add value to them. So, as an entrepreneur, uh, for you to be able to let go, shift your focus, shift your focus, focus on the value, and don't focus on the rather organization itself. Don't focus on the person themselves. Focus on the value. Does it help you? Does it add value to you? Because if you hold on to things because you are attached to things, if you hold on to commitments because it's simply a commitment, some of them will break you apart. Some of them are very toxic. You see, that's what I'm saying. Rather, the safe side is there value here? Is this going to add value for me? Is this going to add value in my finances? Is this going to add value in my mental health? Is this going to add value anywhere in my life? And is this value enough for me to sacrifice myself to compromise and say, I'll stay regardless of the hardship? If not, then it's not a good investment. Let go of that commitment. It's not a good investment. Just let it go.
Wow, wow. Life is an inside job, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, please, you have Coach Neo here. He's availing himself to your question. Please speak to him because I'll only ask questions that are related to my life, and then I'll come out with a benefit. And outside of this platform, but maybe while our fellow winning participants are still maybe coming up with their questions. Coach, now maybe the second question is a lot of us are struggling with knowing how to speak with ourselves. You know, we don't know how to speak to ourselves, but we want other people to speak with us well. But now, kana when you becoming something better, it's not so much about what other people are contributing to you, but you on how you even speak to yourself. Now, how do I begin to reprogram myself to speak with myself in an appropriate way?
No, that's a good question. It's a very good question. What I'll say is that what you're talking about is self affirmation. And it's one of the things that we always touch when we speak of mental resilience, right? And we're saying the world will always have something to say about you. Like Lefati, the world has so many opinions of you, have so much to say to you, and has so much to say about you. But the most important thing is not what the world says, it's what you say to yourself. That's what truly matters. What do you say to yourself? Now, it has been proven by scientists that it takes at least 21 days to develop a habit. So, what I suggest is self affirmation. Write down everything good about yourself. So, and then you practice this thing for 21 days. Like in the morning, you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror, You take that book, you take that note where you wrote everything down that is good about yourself, and you repeat it to yourself. Like you say it out loud so that you can hear it again, so that your mind can process it and take it out again, and so that you can hear it again. That's how you develop a habit. And I do this a lot, self affirmation. So you wake up in the morning, you say, you are a great person. You are a wonderful person. You are a great businesswoman. You are a great businessman. You are going to be a millionaire. You're going to be a billionaire. You will achieve your vision. You will achieve your goals. Yes, you will have challenges, but you're an overcomer. So you repeat the self affirmation process for at least 21 days so that your mind can be reprogrammed. Because remember, a person's mind can only be reprogrammed via repetition. The more you repeat something, the more it becomes your part of your second nature. It becomes your nature. It's like when you started learning how to drive a car, it was difficult. You were scared. There were too many cars. It was too much going on. But the more you repeat it, the process of driving, sometimes you drive and you don't know how you got to the mall. It's like part of you. It becomes your nature. For you to reprogram your mind, you need to practice something over and over again. Repeat it, repeat, repeat, repeat. Repetition is the best mental program. I promise you. Repeat something that you want to establish in your life. It's very important. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Coach. I see that our fellow winning family has questions for you. I think Intate Lucas is saying sometimes we get to overload on mental development. How 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 do on how oh, let me just so I can ask appropriate. Or Mr. Lucas, sometimes we get to overload on mental development. How do you get to stop, take a break from learning more of certain subject and actually applying the knowledge, um, applying applying the knowledge into your life to see a progress? Maybe I should also, because there's a second question. It says, how do you merge personal development with business development, being the exact person you need for your business? Thank you, Coach.
Okay. With the first one, when we speak of mental development, remember it has to be intentional. Mental development is intentional, right? In that every single day, and no, let's start here. I want you to differentiate between just mental development and building mental health. Why am I saying this? You can build your mindset towards a certain thing, towards a certain subject, towards a certain, let's say, a module, or towards a certain field of study. What you are doing is you are only capacitating yourself for that particular subject or module or field. So you're going to get tired. You're going to get tired. If something about the mind is that if you don't take a break, you're going to get tired, right? But when you speak of mental health, the intention is rather to take care of your brain, right? To take care of your brain, not really to develop towards a certain study or towards a certain field or subject. And I want to say this: if you don't release the knowledge that you've acquired through behavior, through words, your brain will be overloaded and it will lead to regrets as well. Because I see this a lot with many of our clientele, is that they have so much information, but they've only applied very less of that information. They have never really done so much with the knowledge they've acquired. And the question is, in the first place, why did you want to acquire so much knowledge? Kanti, is it not to apply it to find progress in your life, to see progress in your life, to find meaning in your life? So make sure that in your life you are intentional. When you learn something, don't take too long before you apply it. That's why I say new experiences, try to do things like you actually have to apply something, do it, go out there and do it, apply your knowledge, and stop always bombarding yourself with so much information and doing absolutely nothing. And be able to differentiate between when you are building your mind for a particular field, for a particular presentation, and when you are actually taking care of your mind, because information that you use to take care of your mind is pretty much different from the information and the activities that you do when you are building your mind towards a subject. One of the things I want to suggest when it comes to resting is that make sure that you don't compromise that 7 hours sleep. Your entrepreneurs, please, I know we are hard workers, but you need to sleep. You need to get some rest. Take that 7 hours sleep, please. When you look at Albert Einstein, one thing that you learn about him is that he would do something intensely for like 30 minutes, and then he will take a break, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes break, and then go back doing something again, and then take a break. So it has been proven that the more, when you do something and you take a break, you are restoring your mind again to about 98% of its capacity. By the time you go back to the activity, is good. So in most cases, one of the bad habits that we have learned as humanity is that we do everything once. We want to sit down for 5 hours and do something 2 hours straight. Let's be careful with that. Let's be careful with that. And then the second one, I hope I've answered the first one, is how do you merge personal development with business development, being the exact person you need for your business? Okay, now I will tell you the truth. There's no business development without personal development. In most cases, successful businesses express the qualities of their leaders in that simple case. That's how you'll find that people that are not really doing great in personal development, especially for their business, they step outside, they hire someone to do it, and they say, I don't have the capacity for this, but I have the resources, I have the money for this, but I don't have the capacity to do it myself. So you do it. So basically, every time you develop you are actually strengthening yourself as an asset to your own business. By the time you come back to your business, you can take your business to higher levels. So they are aligned. They are aligned. If let's say your business grows, right? You get the right people, you get the great team, wonderful team. We've seen this many times. You get a great team and they help you grow your business, but you are not growing as a personal individual. You are not growing yourself. By the time you have to handle everything concerning your business, it's like you're a stranger in your own business. You don't know what's going on because you don't have the capacity to even manage anything, right? So I'll say it's always wiser or good for you to be developed, well developed as an individual, and be the one that will initiate the development process of your business. But if you can get a team and you don't mind the team taking it forward and growing with the team, then it's still good. But don't be left behind. Make sure that it's either you are above, your development is above, it's on top of your business, or it's in alignment. It's in alignment. You see, you can always afford to be above your business, your ideas, and your business will come eventually to this level. But you can't afford this one. Your business being above and you are here because you will take your business down. Your business is simply the reflection of who you are as well. Okay.
Wow.
Now,
Thank you,
I see the last
Mapuse.
question.
Can I maybe before we attend to the last question on the inbox, I shared a question
Yes.
on Facebook. We have usually put a local TV. So Coach Neo, my story is I do like crafts, but I have this massive love and passion on speaking and content creation. So should I admit it? I'm afraid to leave the craft business and focus on what I believe I can build so much from, which is content creation and speaking. My mind is in the middle of this currently. Copa advice on that. Hope I'm clear.
Okay, I think I would want to read that one as well, Mr. Coach. My strengths, I do like craft, but I have massive love, passion on speaking and content creating. So I should admit I'm afraid to leave the craft business and focus on what I believe I can build. Okay, now the one who can give proper advice for this is yourself, sir. I don't want to lie to you. It's you. It's you who can. Is will you be able to take what like will you be able to take the journey of living the craft and following what you are passionate for? Will you be willing to go that far? If yes, I say go for it. If no, then don't do it. So it's a matter of willingness. Are you willing to take everything that comes with letting go of your craft and following your love and your passion? Are you willing to take that? Everything that will come with it. If you say, I'm ready to take the pain, the challenges, the sometimes the regrets that comes with living my craft and following my passion, then I say, okay, you're good to go. But if not, if you are not willing, not if you are ready, willingness. If you are willing, I say go for it. If you are not willing, don't go for it. So you're the only one who can actually decide on this. And I don't want to give specific advice so that because I don't know your capacity as yet. I don't know your capacity. But are you someone who will be able to handle it? Will you handle it? Let's say you follow your passion and your love, and it happens that it doesn't work. What's going to happen? Are you going to blame yourself? Are you going to destroy yourself? What are you going to do? What I'm asking you is to think forward. Think forward. Will you be able? Let's say you don't take the risk and it happens that your craft doesn't work and you see that if you actually followed your passion, things would have worked. Will you be able to take it? So it's all about the willingness and what you are willing to take. It's all about that. What are you willing to take? Right? Are you able to do them both? If you can, guess what? Go for them both. But this is on you. It's really on you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your honest, honest advice. I think we can read the one for Mr. Khoto. Ntate Khoto, the biggest gap in the world is the knowledge action gap. I'm also a chronic learner, but a poor implementer.
Hmm. Yeah, no, 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 no. That one, serious. I just want to say this. Just get things done. I promise you. The real outcome, we see it only when we put things into place. If we don't get it done, nothing is going to happen. Wonderful ideas die with people because people don't put them into place. You don't want that. I promise you, we have a facility where we work with old people and for mental health. And it's so interesting when we speak to them that majority of them, their regret are almost similar. They're like, I wish I could have done this thing that I had. I wish I could have went for this thing. Why was I so stupid? Why was I thinking about people? What are they gonna think of me and this and this and this? Hey, 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 get things done. Because at the end of the time, you're gonna have only you to look at yourself and say, did I actually fulfill my purpose on earth or not? Please. Learning becomes useless when it's not expressed to the world. It has to be expressed. Imagine having engineers who are doing absolutely nothing. It's useless. So we learn so that we can express our knowledge to the world to make it a better place. So, sir, I beg you, get things done. Don't think about it, just get it done. And you will learn in the process.
uh, Thank you very much, Coach. I'm not sure if there's any more questions, but I'm taking advantage of the platform. So I'm going to ask you two questions, sir. Maybe they could be uncomfortable in somehow, knowing that you are a fellow brother in Christ. The opposite, we've been speaking about mental health. Let's just look at the opposite side of the coin, mental illness. Now, can spirituality solve mental illness issues? Because a lot of people, I find them, they end up being stuck because they don't know where they should get they should get assistance when it comes to mental issues. And then secondly, maybe to pay it with this one, mm, things things don't happen to us, but they happen to what we hope for. So because of what took place from my point of hope, it left me hopeless. Now I'm driving my forward car, but I'm looking at the rearview mirror, looking backward. What are the dangers that are attached to that?
Okay, the first one is we need to define what is spirituality, because I know for many people, it does is different meanings. But I will say this: when you even read the Bible itself, it tells you that people perish because of lack of knowledge. And I want to tell you this: we can give you medicine, we can prescribe you mental health medicine, mental illness medicine. But truth is, change happens because of new knowledge, new information. So basically, the mind is the purpose of the mind is to take in information, interpret that information, stores that information in your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind will establish it in your life. So what's happening is, for mental illness, you need information that will alter your brain, right? So it's it's gonna be hard when I'm about what I'm about to say, but it's true. So it's not just about getting a pastor. I'm sorry. And it's not just about getting a psychologist. I'm sorry. But it's actually about getting an individual that has the training to help you alter your brain through knowledge. It's an exchange of information through knowledge. So someone is saying, I don't need to be here. I don't want to be alive anymore because there's nothing for me, right? Now, in order for you to be able to help the person, you need to bring information in such a way that they will accept it. You need to bring new information that suggests, no, you can overcome. No, you will make it, but you have to bring it in such a way that they will accept it. So spirituality, it does play a role. Yes, a lot of it does, especially on the basis of the people that you connect with in your spirit life, in your spiritual life. You know, they're important, guys, because they're the ones who actually play a role in your spiritual growth. So if you're connected to someone who doesn't really have the gift, doesn't have the training or the skill to give information in such a way that the brain is able to accept it, right? And initiate it, then that person can help you. I promise you that person can help you. You know, because I do have cases where people say spirituality didn't work. I do have cases where they say psychology didn't work. And when I actually get to the root of the problem is not really spirituality. It's actually the person. Is but what happened? This person that you are speaking to, what happened? And what type of attitude did you have speaking to this person? What happened here? Because healing, the healing process is a matter of the victim or the person experiencing mental illness must be able to speak up their problem, speak what's wrong, and then the person that is listening must be able to read between the lines to understand what is truly the root of the problem. And then together they get the root of the problem and they come up with solutions that will enable the victim to overcome. But mental illness is dangerous. Like you'll get heart attack, you'll get stroke. If you don't deal with it, you'll get many complications. You will die early. You will die early. Basically, you will die early. It's dangerous. And in terms of people that are driving, thank you for making it in a form of example. People that are driving forward, but they are looking backwards. They are going nowhere. Basically, they are going nowhere. They are bound to get into an accident. And it might cost them their business. It might cost them their marriage. It might cost them their lives because they are not focusing to where they are going. They are focusing on the past. And truth is, to overcome the past, you need to accept the past. You need to accept the past. Some of the things you can control, some of the things you cannot control. And unfortunately, you cannot alter your past. So the only thing you can do when it comes to your past, your mistakes, everything that has happened back 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, is accept it. Accept it. But believe that you're going to get things better by focusing on the future and building the future. I hope I've answered you, sir.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Coach Neo, what are some of the programs that you have in place, maybe that could help some of our winning family or entrepreneurs and individuals that are on the call right now?
Okay, right now I have mental wellness program. It's a program where we help people develop proper mindset, where we help people develop what do you healthy minds. We help you develop a healthy mind in the period of 10 months. In the period of 10 months. And the second one that we have is suicide prevention. So what we do is we see many people are committing suicide. And sometimes you might not be suicidal, but what if your spouse is? What if your children are? What if your colleagues are? So what we do in the program, we teach you things about that lead to suicide. We teach you different tools on how to spot someone that is struggling with mental illness and how to prevent a possible suicide and ensure that you connect that person with the right person, how to help and give proper care to someone who is suicidal. That could be your child, that could be anybody. So we also give that suicide prevention. And we have a neuroscientific mental health program where we actually help people build mental resilience. We have a stress management program. We have resilience, 10 days resilience, mental resilience building. And we also have entrepreneurship and financial literacy program that we give in South Africa at about 8,000 rand. And we have self-discovery programs. It's a lot. So I'll suggest that I actually leave maybe website and then you just go to our website and then check what we have available.
All right, Coach. Maybe if you can just uh, are you going to share the website on the chat box, or are you going to just announce it to us? Maybe also, where can they get access to you, and how do they also follow up with your work going forward? Sir?
Okay. In the chat box, I shared both the website and I also shared the email address. If you want any follow up, if you want to connect personally, you can let me know on the email address, and then from there we'll take it forward. But if you want more information about the organization, what I do, go to the website.
One more chance again, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have. There's nothing that you want to ask Coach Neo while he's still with us. Goes once, goes twice, goes 2.5. We are closing, and you will never get access to him again. Coach Neo, thank you very much, my brother. I'm very honored and I'm very pleased that you could answer the call and come and join us and become part of the winning family, because I believe that we are the right people to win. We are the right people to change our societies. We are the right people to change our communities. And if we don't create a platform where we share these stories, no other people will come outside of the country to create such a platform for us, where we inspire and inject hope and resurrection towards the next generation of entrepreneurs and leaders. So maybe in just 2 minutes to allow you to close and say your goodbyes to your lovely audience that has been there with us. You kept them quiet. I hope you made them think positive. Yeah?
No, I hope so too. I hope so too. I just want to give you this. Take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. In most cases, we want to build great things, and we are too difficult on ourselves. Believe you me, I sit down with many people in different countries, and I was surprised with the case that we had in the Middle East. Someone so successful really achieved their dream, achieved basically everything that they wanted. But they look old, but they are young. They are not enjoying these things. And one of the things I asked them, I said, was it worth it? And he said to me, it kind of was, but it's not enough. This is not what I truly thought it would look like. I thought I would be more happier. I thought I'd be more satisfied. So please take it easy on yourself. Build strong, develop good mindset. But when you fail, it's good. Try again. When you fall down, bounce back. But take it easy on yourself and build strong, but take it easy on yourself. Please take care of yourself. You are the greatest asset this world will ever have. Not your organization, but you, because you are going to be the one that builds that great organization. So you are the greatest asset to us, to your family, to the people that love you, to your community. So please take care of yourself and take it easy. Take it easy. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Neo, with your smile. Hey, you're making it so easy. Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you very much, sir, for making all the sacrifice and coming and having this conversation with us. I hope this was with every little sacrifice that was made, and may God continue to order your steps in the direction of your impact. May He create a favor in men and in everyone that is assigned to assist you in increasing the impact that you're supposed to do in this earth. And I'm really looking forward to working with you going forward. And I believe even coaches that are on the sessions, they will maybe build collaboration, build synergies. So then we there's only one Neo who can do what Neo is doing, who can excel in what Neo is doing. That's why it was important to invite you to the platform so that we can share with the people. So this is the beginning. This is the best Neo that I can bring. I don't know what else again. So thank you very much, Coach Neo. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening with your loved ones. Say. Ladies and gentlemen, just two announcements that we want to make. One, because we try to accommodate load shedding because our speakers, they come from different areas. Our tomorrow speaker is Ntate Gane Kahlapani, so he will be watering our seeds of knowledge on the subject transformation, the master keys to unlocking your mind to reach your dreams. So because of the load shedding hours, we're going to start at 8:30, at 8:30 tomorrow until 10 o'clock. Please, because also then we can accommodate him where he will be doing his presentation from. That is one announcement. Then the second announcement, remember, we're doing 3 hashtags. It's hashtag OES 2023, Online Entrepreneurial Summit 2023. The second hashtag is rebuilding yourself. The third hashtag is thinking different. If there's anything that you want to share about today regarding Coach Nemo, please go on his page, add him, like him, follow him, and then take him on the quotes that you felt that they speak very loud on you. There's a lot of nuggets that he shared that I still need to go through as well, because it's only if when you write, when you start writing down, it starts having meaning to you. So thank you very much for the time that you borrowed us today. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for choosing to be with us today. Like I always say, my name is Tapelo Big Dreamer, and I'm here to remind you that we are the right people to win. We are obsessed with doing great. We are obsessed with wanting to win. Therefore, winning shall become a portion of us in this season. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a blessed evening. Thank you very much.